Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day, a great week so far. Today I'm doing my weekly What Sold on Poshmark video where I'm sharing all of my sales on Poshmark from the previous week from Sunday to Saturday. I have been doing this since starting self-isolation, self-quarantine, whatever you want to call it, just to track how my sales are doing, share my experience with you, what I've noticed as far as sales trends, and hopefully to inspire, motivate you, and just share what someone else's journey is like. But yeah, this past week was week number 3 in self-isolation, and I did notice that sales have started trending somewhat, not back to normal, but back on a more consistent basis, which was really exciting to see. So the first week, the first video I had, sales were definitely on the slower end. The second week, the previous week video, it was a little bit better. And then, yeah, this last week, week number 3, was more consistent for me, which was super exciting. And I definitely think there's different reasons or factors that contributed to this, things that are going on in the world, as well as things that I'm doing to hopefully be a little more proactive with my business. So I'm going to share all of that with you. First, I want to go through what my sales were for the week. So I'm going to talk about my statistics. I'm going to go through my entire week of sales, and then we'll reconvene and chat at the end about what I did with my business this week and what I'm going to be doing the following week. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my stats on my phone and share that with you guys. So currently, as of right now, I have 987 active listings. I always like to share this now just to give you an idea because, of course, when you have more sales or you're selling a larger amount of items, it typically helps to have quite a few items listed so that people have items to shop from. And this past week I had 56 sales total, so that was up over the week before. I need to write that number down, but I think I had around 40 something sales last week, so 56 this week, and it was 79 items total, so I had quite a few bundles in there, which bundles are, in my opinion, one of the keys to business, increasing your cart size, increasing how much you're selling to each customer. So I was really happy that I had some bundles in there. And then my grand total for sales of gross sales last week was $2,458. Again, that's gross sales. You have to subtract the Poshmark fee off of that and then my cost of goods in order to get my net earnings. But I'm really happy with that number, especially just because, you know, how things have been lately and with so much uncertainty. Any sale that I have, any amount of money that I can bring in, I'm really, really grateful for just because, yeah, we don't know what's going to be going on in the future. And I work so hard at my business, and I know a lot of you guys do as well, that it's just really nice sometimes to see it pay off. So yeah, $2,458 in sales. So let's go ahead and break everything down sale by sale. I am going to put up a picture of what sold on the screen and just briefly talk about how much the items sold for. I'm going to try and go a little bit faster than I typically do, just because I know I can go off on some tangents. Okay, starting off with my first sale of last week, it was a kimono, a really pretty velvet kimono. I just think this is something that's an easy like throw on layering piece, and it sold for $24. I had it listed at $28 and I accepted an offer of $24, and this actually sold to one of my friends. Her username is Gray Crow Market, and her style is pretty similar to mine, so if you like my closet, definitely check hers out. But she's a fellow University of Georgia grad, and that was just so sweet when I saw her shopping my closet. I really appreciate it. I've been trying to shop others' closets as well, but yeah, the kimono sold for $24 in just a couple weeks. The next sale I had was a Lululemon scuba hoodie, and I mentioned in the video that I got this in, it was a Grandma Hanger video. She found this item that these hoodies sell really well, and they do. This sold in about 2 weeks, and I had it listed at $60 and I accepted an offer of $45. I've been trying to be more flexible with my pricing, accept offers, counter offers, and just try to move items, I don't know, pretty quickly, but also in the hopes that it's going to bring more sales. I mentioned this in a lot of my other What Sold videos. The next sale I had was a full price sale, which I always love when those come through, and the item that sold was a Columbia puffer coat. It was a long hooded jacket. It was new without tags, and it sold for $85. And what I like about this sale is that it shows that there's no season to online selling, because if you think about it, we're going into spring, going into summer, and most stores and places like that are stocking spring summer merchandise, which is something that I am kind of focusing on. However, someone bought at the end of March a winter puffer coat, so you just never know when stuff's gonna sell, and that's one of the perks of selling online. So I always say list your stuff, whether it be in season, out of season, just because you never know what someone else is looking for. So that sold for $85, and I had it listed for probably like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. And then the next sale was a bundle sale, and it was 3 items sold to one of my regulars, and it was a pair of Free People shorts, a boutique graphic tee, and then a Lauren Moshi graphic tee. So the Free People shorts I've had listed for quite a while. They had a small flaw in them, but I still tend to list things that might have a small flaw, especially if it doesn't affect you actually being able to use the item. I just make sure to note that in the listing. And then boutique graphic tee, and then the Lauren Moshi tee also had a small flaw, but I noted that in the listing. So I did give a pretty good discount on the bundle, and I accepted an offer of $57 for those 3 items. The next sale is one of my favorite boutique graphic tees that I've had. I actually think I only have one left of this style, and I have it in my personal closet as well. It's just a bleached graphic tee that says "Be a Rare Bird," and this one sold for full price of $35. I've mentioned this before, but a lot of my boutique items, when I sell them outright, I do sell them price firm, and if they're in a bundle, I'll give them a discount, but this one did sell for full price. And like I said, I think I only have one left of those, so it was a great seller. And sometimes I restock boutique items, but a lot of times I want to bring in new or different styles instead of just constantly having something over and over again. So I might restock it like once or twice. I think I restocked this tee once, but I'm not going to bring it back. I'm going to bring in some new styles. The next sale I had was a graphic sweatshirt. I bought this based on style. To me, brand did not matter at all. The brand on it was LA Hearts, which I believe is sold at PacSun, but I didn't even look up like how much this would sell for or if it was something that was popular, because again, a lot of stuff in my closet I buy based on style, knowing that it's gonna go with other things in my closet. So I had this listed for a couple weeks, a Yellowstone graphic sweatshirt, and it sold for full price of $25. This one did have a lot of likes, a lot of attention, so I felt good about that buying decision, again, just based on like my experience and what sells in my closet. So that one sold for $25. The next item that sold was a Lululemon kind of a metallic v-neck t-shirt, and this one sold for $30. I had it listed at $35 and I accepted an offer on it. And this one did take a little bit longer to sell, but I have noticed that activewear is selling pretty well right now, especially I think because people are at home, maybe going on walks more or being a little bit more active because they do have the time to do so, and it's nice to be able to get out of the house a little bit and go for a walk. So activewear has been selling. The next item that sold was a pair of these boutique pants that I have that I showed in the last video I sold as well. They are a star print corduroy flare pant. They have been super popular. Actually, the girl wrote me a love note that she saw them in the video and then she went to purchase them. So thank you so much for shopping with me. They sold full price for $50. The next sale was a bundle sale of 4 items. So this was a mixture of 3 graphic tees and a like fuzzy faux fur cardigan jacket thing. So the first tee was a tee from my personal closet. It just had like a Cuba Havana graphic on it, which was really fun. And then a boutique graphic tee that said rough around the edges. Again, it has like that bleach distress look, which I've noticed a lot of people at home. I've seen this on TikTok and YouTube, like bleaching and distressing their own stuff. So I think this style is just really popular right now. The other graphic tee was a Show Me Your Moo tee that said I Heart Queso on it. I thought that was so cute. And then the boutique faux fur fringe cardigan. So those 4 items sold together for $130. Okay, next was a 2-item bundle of 2 items that I had thrifted. Actually, the first item, I believe I got it in an estate sale, and it didn't have any tag on it whatsoever. Not even a size tag. Again, I bought it purely based on style. It was just a really cool patchwork jacket with like a faux fur collar. I love picking up jackets like this with the faux fur accents. It's very 70s retro, again, very my style. And then the other item was a tote bag, and it was originally from World Market. World Market actually has super cute accessories, hats, jewelry, things like that, and I see it at the thrift store quite a bit, so I usually do pick it up. And this tote bag just had some nice accents. So those 2 items sold together for $60. I did accept a pretty hefty offer on it because I have had the jacket for a while, and again, I don't want to store so much bulky stuff going into summer, so I went ahead and accepted an offer on that. The next sale was a graphic tee, Rolling Stones, like burnout tee. I got a lot of these at once, brand new, on super discount from a retailer, so it was retail arbitrage, and I have a bunch in stock. So I have it listed at $25, but I did accept a $20 offer on that tee. And then the next item was, again, a bleach tee. I actually made this one myself. It's a Harley Davidson graphic tee that I sprayed with bleach. I cropped it. I love doing DIY projects, and actually have a few planned that I want to do in the next couple weeks while I'm home. So this one I did last year, or last, I don't know, I probably did it at the end of fall, and I've had it listed for quite a while for $35, and it sold for full price. Someone bought it outright, so I was really happy with that. I think, again, bleach stuff, tie-dye stuff, super popular right now. Okay, the next sale that I had was a graphic sweatshirt, and it was a Jimi Hendrix burnout sweatshirt. Really pretty colors. This one had a lot of likes and interest, but no one was really buying it or making offers, so I did get a $21 offer on it. I had it listed at $30, and I accepted the $21 offer just to go ahead and move that item since I'd had it for a few months. The next sale is another graphic tee from the boutique side of my closet. It says "Road Trip Please" on it, and it's that mustard yellow color, which again is just super popular. I only have a couple of these left. It sold for $35, and I got a really sweet love note on it. I love getting all my love notes, but she just said it was great quality, it looks great on, and that's always a huge compliment to me because I really do try to pick items that are great quality. That's something that's important to me. Okay, the next sale was another bundle sale, and it was 2 items that I found together at the thrift store when I was thrifting. It was 2 pairs of American Eagle denim shorts, but they were colored denim. So one was green, the other one was a really pretty like peach blush color, and they were the same size. I don't always pick up American Eagle, but I picked these up because they were a size 14, so on the larger size, as well as the unique colors that they were. So I just love these 2 colors, great neutral, but a little bit different than denim. I see a ton of denim shorts, denim American Eagle shorts at the thrift store, or when I used to go thrifting, and I don't pick those up too frequently, but larger sizes I do tend to pick up. So I had those each listed at $25, and the bundle sold for $45. So $45 for 2 pairs of American Eagle shorts. The next sale I had was a bundle of 2 graphic tees to one of my regulars, and one was a boutique item, the other was a brand new with tags tee that I purchased retail arbitrage. So I mentioned this in videos before, but retail arbitrage is when you buy things from a retailer, a discount store, etc., things on sale that are brand new with tags, and flip them. So the retail arbitrage purchase was a Lauren Moshi tee. I love Lauren Moshi stuff. I sold one earlier in the week that was a pre-owned item, and then a Pink Floyd graphic tee, band tee, that was from the boutique side of my closet. So both of those tees sold together for $70. The next sale was a super cute bundle, and I think these would look great styled together, so hopefully she enjoys them. And the first item is a boutique graphic tee. It says "Hippie Vibin" on it. And then the other item was a necklace I found at a flea market. Last time I went to a flea market a few months ago, I found a bunch of really cool unique jewelry and accessories. So this was one of those items. It was just like a statement beaded necklace. So those two items together sold for $60. Next sale was a vintage graphic tee. I've had this one for quite a while. I want to say at least 6 months. I found it at an estate sale, and the person there just had a bunch of cool old vintage tees. So this one was really thin, really soft, and it just had a retro San Francisco graphic on it. So I had it listed at $25, but since I've had it for a while, I accepted a $15 offer on it. We're moving into some items that I actually had a video on last week. So I had thrifted all of my outfits for vacation, and I did like a haul video this past week, and I showed all these items and then I listed them. So quite a few of them sold pretty quickly. So this was one of those items. It was a woven straw hat. It had a really unique turquoise beaded band. I had it listed at $25 and I accepted an offer of $22, super reasonable, and I really like that style. I don't tend to pick up a ton of hats when I'm out thrifting. I do sell them on the boutique side of my closet, but I think I'm gonna start looking at those more when I can go out sourcing again. Okay, the next sale was a embroidered tank top, again from that vacation haul, and the brand was Intro, which is not a brand that I typically pick up at the thrift store. It is a boutique brand, but I had picked it up for myself, but it sold pretty much immediately, so I might start keeping my eye out for that brand when I'm out thrifting. Also, depending on style, like embroidered stuff to me does pretty well, so that sold for $25. The next sale was a bag. It was a crochet, really vibrant, colorful kind of tote bag, again from the vacation haul, and this one I had listed at $40. It was new with tags from Urban Outfitters originally, and I accepted an offer of $35. The next sale is a brand that I really like. I think it has a great resale value, and it's very similar to Johnny Was, and it's called Errata Silent Journey. So this was just a really pretty button-down tunic top that had floral embroidery. It had a floral print back to it, but it was striped, so it had a lot of details going on, and I had it listed at $40 and I accepted an offer of $35 on that. On to the next bundle sale. This was 2 graphic tees and a necklace. So the necklace was from the boutique side of my closet. I only have a couple of this item left in stock. It was a really popular style. Again, kind of bohemian. It had like a crescent moon and a bunch of beading, and then a graphic tee that said "Oh Hey Vacay." That was from my vacation haul, and it did have a tiny hole in it that I showed in the listing. So again, I do still list stuff that has small flaws on it. And then the final item was a Free People Chaser brand collaboration tee, Def Leppard band graphic tee. So those 3 items sold with my automatic bundle discount of 10% off 2 or more items. So it sold for $69.30 for those 3 items. Next up is a pair of cutoff denim shorts. I have noticed a bunch of cutoffs or a bunch of shorts selling because as we're going into spring and summer, that's something people are looking for in their wardrobe, so keep that in mind. These were Free People shorts, just again, cut off denim shorts. I had them listed at $30 and the buyer offered me $25, so I accepted a $25 offer on that. Okay, next is a graphic tee bundle sale. So it was 3 graphic band tees, and a lot of people say, like, how do you sell so many graphic tees, or how do you sell so many band tees? And I think one of the reasons is because number one, I have a lot of them in stock, so that's something that I tend to pick up a lot. So I have a lot to choose from, and people kind of know, like I've been selling them for a while, that this is something that they can find in my closet. So that's when I think it can help sometimes to have a more curated style or a more curated look, because if someone is looking for something in particular and you typically sell those items, they're gonna come to you looking for that. So that's just one of my like thoughts or reasonings behind that. So I sold a Rolling Stones burnout tee, again like the one I had sold earlier in the week. I sold a Johnny Cash graphic tee, and then the final one was a Guns N' Roses tee, and the brand on that one is Day by Daydreamer. So that brand is super popular, Daydreamer. So I say keep an eye out if you ever see anything by that. So those 3 graphic tees sold for $75. The next sale was 2 items from that vacation haul again. So it was a maxi dress, which there were a couple items I really loved in that haul, and I really thought about keeping them for myself, but I don't know, I'm just trying to get stuff listed, clean out my closet, and once we go thrifting again, or we can get out of the house and I can go thrifting, I know I can find more. So this was one of the items I really almost kept. It was a long gauzy maxi dress with really pretty embroidery on the top. And then the other item was a leopard print maxi skirt, and that one was from Forever 21. And again, I don't always care about brand. A lot of times I'm looking for style, so that was something I bought just based on the style. So those two items sold for $50. Next is a Lululemon tank top that Grandma Hanger found. So this one sold in just a couple weeks for $20. I originally had it listed at $25 and I accepted the offer of $20, which is pretty typical around where like the more basic Lululemon tank tops sell for. Next up is another bundle sale of 2 graphic tees, and this one had like a beer drinking theme. So one was a Budweiser graphic tee, and then the other one was by Junk Food, and it said, "I can buy my own drink." So I thought that was cute that those two sold together, and I do really like selling junk food tees. They make really cute graphics, they're great quality, so I do tend to pick those up quite frequently, but I sold both of those tees in a bundle for $40. The next sale is a belt sale, and this one was just like a skinny metallic belt. It took a little longer to sell. I do find that the thicker belts, or the ones that you wear with denim or jeans, tend to sell a little faster than these skinnier ones. So this one I've had for a little while, and it just had like some studs. It was metallic. The brand is called Brave, which is a really expensive belt line, but I don't find that necessarily means it's gonna resell for a lot. So this one I accepted an offer of $25. I had it originally listed at $35. Next item that sold was a pair of earrings from the boutique side of my closet, and these, I think I only have one pair left of these, so I have them listed at $25 and I accepted a $20 offer. Just kind of like a Western style, really pretty coral pink earring. Okay, the next sale went to a posher I have known for quite a while, and I absolutely love her style and like her posts on Instagram, so you should definitely check her out. It's Cursing Ballerina, and she purchased a bundle for me. She shopped with me before, and I always get so excited when she likes stuff from my closet because, again, I just think she has a great style. So she picked up a bundle of 2 items, and I can totally see her wearing this outfit. It is a Junk Food Blondie graphic tank top tee, and then a pair of the star print corduroy flare pants. So I think these look great together, and I hope she loves them, and I can't wait to see her style those. So those 2 items sold with my bundle discount for $72. The next thing that sold was a watch band. I've talked about these before. I carry them in the boutique side of my closet, and this one sold for $30. Okay, next up was a bundle that sold to a really sweet customer. I love when you guys write me notes and things like that. So this was to Hey Morgan, and she bought a thermal from the boutique side of my closet. Well, it's not really a thermal, it's like a waffle knit tunic. It's really oversized and just a great like basic or layering piece. And then she bought one of the crescent moon necklaces that I mentioned before. So those 2 items sold for $48. So thank you for shopping with me. And then the next item that sold was a handbag that I thrifted, and this was an amazing find. It was by Hobo International, and I listed this at first with just pictures that I had taken in my light box, and the pictures looked great, but the bag was a pretty large size, and I feel like it didn't really show off the style of it. So I added in a picture of me wearing the bag, and as soon as I added the picture of me wearing the bag, it started to get a ton more interest, and it sold pretty quickly after that. So sometimes I think the picture can definitely make a difference, and this bag sold for $80. I had it listed at $99 and I accepted an $80 offer. I thought that was pretty reasonable, and I was happy with that. But Hobo International bags and wallets and things like that sell pretty well. They're amazing quality leather, and they're pretty expensive new. Next item that sold was from my vacation haul, and this was a tunic top, really pretty, just vibrant printed tunic top, and I had this listed at $35 and it sold for $30. The brand is Feathers by Talani. Talani is a pretty expensive, kind of like bohemian printed tunic line. I mean, they make dresses and things like that. They sometimes sell it at Anthropologie. Feathers by Talani is their diffusion line. That is a little bit less expensive, but still super cute stuff. And then the next item that sold was a bundle. I absolutely love the items that she chose in this bundle. I love when people build bundles because I just think it's so fun, like imagining someone styling their outfit together. But anyways, this was 4 items. So it was a graphic tee, an AC/DC graphic tee, a pair of flare jeans from the boutique side of my closet that have like a leopard, I don't know, inset panel in them. I only have a couple pairs left of those. It was a like turquoise chunky necklace. This was one that I found at the flea market. And then a Marc by Marc Jacobs handbag that just had a super fun polka dot print to it. So on those 4 items, I did accept an offer of $150. I felt like that was very reasonable for those items, and I was excited to send all those off to a new home. Next item is something that I had thrifted for myself and I ended up listing. So it was by Lucky Brand, and it was a really cute, just kind of basic tee, but it had a twist at the bottom. So it was a little bit unique, and I had it listed at $25 and it sold for $20. I really like selling Lucky Brand stuff. I don't pick up everything Lucky Brand that I see, but those more unique pieces do tend to sell pretty well for me. Next is another graphic band tee. This one was from H&M originally by Divided, and it sold for $20. I had it listed at $25 and I accepted the $20 offer on it, and it sold in just a couple weeks. Okay, the next dress, again, something I had bought for myself for my vacation, and it is just a really pretty white maxi dress. It had some, lace detailing on it. It was kind of peasant style. Something I totally bought for the style. The brand was nothing at all. So again, it's important to keep in mind style if that's something that you're going for in your closet, like me, with a more curated look. Sometimes you can sell stuff that doesn't necessarily have a brand just because it goes with everything else. So this sold for $34. I had it listed at $40 and I accepted a $34 offer on it. Another Lululemon sale, it is a pair of running shorts. I had these listed at $40. I accepted an offer of $30 on them. Sometimes, depending on the print and the style and things like that, Lululemon shorts can go for more, but $30 was pretty reasonable on these, so I did accept that. And then getting into some more sales from another video I had go up last week, I did a ThredUp haul of some stuff that I had sourced online, and so when that video went up, I did have those items listed, so I sold a few from that. And the first item was a graphic tee from a brand called Bando. Said asked me about my aura, and this one was super popular. I listed it on the lower end because when I inspected it, it had a tiny hole in it. So I listed at $20 and I accepted a $15 offer. If it was in perfect condition, ideally I would have listed at $25 and would have been able to sell it for a little more, but I'm still happy with that. So hopefully they love their new graphic tee. The next tee went to one of my regulars, and she purchased the Tom Petty graphic tee from that same haul, and it was by Chaser brand. This one, again, I picked up based on style, the fact it was a band tee, and Chaser does tend to sell for a little more, so I had it listed at $35 and she offered $30 and I went ahead and accepted that offer. Okay, the next sale was a graphic tee by Daydreamer, so the brand that I mentioned earlier in the video. This one, this was by the regular Daydreamer brand, not Day by Daydreamer, and these tend to retail for quite a bit more, and this one was like a blogger favorite style, so I knew this one I could probably sell for a little bit more than my regular graphic tees, so I had it listed at $45 and I accepted a $40 offer on it. So I thought that was a great sale. I did have to wait a little bit, like it probably sold, I don't know, within 2 months of me listing, but I was pretty patient because I knew I could get that price for it. I had got a lot of lower offers on it and I always countered, but then just no one ended up buying until this person came along. So I can be pretty patient. If it's something that I know it has value and I want to get a certain amount for it, I will wait for that buyer. Next up is a belt sale, and this was a Lucky Brand belt. It was basically like new and very unique, had a lot of embroidery. It sold for full price of $35. Lucky Brand belts retail for like $70, $80 brand new, so they are pretty expensive, and this one was practically like new, so it sold for $35. The next sale was a bundle sale of a pair of shoes and a bag. So the pair of shoes I've had for a couple months. I got these retail arbitrage They are brand new and they're by Keds and Sunny Life. So it was a collaboration, like a limited edition pair of Keds. And then the bag was in my recent ThredUp haul, and it just was a really unique Killam style bag and really well made, excellent condition, excellent quality. So those two items, the shoes and the bag, sold together for $103.50. So that was with my automatic 10% off bundle discount. Okay, the next sale is a belt, and this was also from the ThredUp haul. It was just an embroidered floral belt. Had no brand, no tag, no size, anything like that. So I had it listed at $25 and I accepted a $20 offer on that belt. Okay, a pair of shorts. So like I mentioned before, shorts are really selling right now, especially denim shorts. So this was a pair of denim cutoff shorts from the boutique side of my closet. I have a couple pairs left of these. I've actually had this style since last summer, and that's kind of the nice thing about being able to sell boutique online, is that I can keep this stuff in stock. I don't necessarily have to clear it out to make new room for inventory in like a physical store. Hi Megan, my dog's joining me, so don't mind if you see him pop up in here. But yeah, anyways, with boutique stuff and you're selling online, like I can store this stuff since I don't have to keep it out on display at a store. Like a typical retail store, I can keep it for longer and I don't have to clearance it out like a lot of stores do. So these sold for full price, $35, and I still have a couple pairs left of these. The next sale was another pair of denim cutoffs. These were from Grandma Hanger, I believe, a couple boxes ago, and they're by Wild Fox. These sold for full price of $35. When I looked them up, I couldn't find a lot of information on Wild Fox denim, so I just kind of estimated pricing, and I guess they felt like that was reasonable because they bought them full price. Next sale is a hat from the boutique side of my closet. I love this style hat. It's just kind of Western and it has the bull skull on it, a really fun striped band, and it sold for full price of $28. The next sale is a boutique graphic tee, a Johnny Cash tee, and I had a bunch of these in stock and I think I only have 2 left, so I did accept an offer on this one to go ahead and move it. So I have it listed at $35. I accepted a $27 offer on that tee. And then a bundle of 2 graphic tees, again another one of the Rolling Stones ombre t-shirt, and then a boutique item. It was the Friends in Low Places graphic tee. Those 2 sold for $54. Sold a kimono. So like at the beginning I mentioned I love selling kimonos. It goes along with everything in my closet, and this one sold for full price of $44. The next sale, I was really happy to sell these. I found these at an estate sale. It's been a little while since I've had them, but I've been waiting to get a reasonable price on them. So they are some vintage Gucci glasses. These look like the ones Kurt Cobain was really famous for wearing, and just really cool, excellent condition vintage Gucci glasses. So I had these listed at $125. I couldn't find a lot of comps on them. I had gotten a lot of pretty low offers, but again, I wanted to wait and get a decent price on them because I just felt like they were such a unique find. So someone had offered me $90 and I went ahead and accepted that. Next item that sold was a Rolling Stones graphic tank top, and I had this listed at $25. I accepted an offer of $20. And then the next sale was 2 jewelry items. I've really been loving selling jewelry and accessories lately. That's something that's harder for me to source online because again, I want to be able to see quality and find those unique items. So I probably won't have as many coming up to be listed in my closet until I can get out and get sourcing again. But one necklace was from the boutique side of my closet. It's just a little layered disc necklace. And then the other item was a long necklace that I found at an estate sale that had an elephant charm. Elephant stuff just always tends to do pretty well for me. So those 2 necklaces sold in a bundle for $60. And then my final sale of the week was kind of a random sale. I bought this item at an estate sale It was a really good deal quite a while ago, and I don't tend to pick up a lot of college stuff, but it was a University of Georgia Bulldogs shirt. And at first I bought it thinking I might want to keep it, but it was a little small for me, so I went ahead and listed it, and I've had it for a while, and it sold for full price at $25. So I was really happy with that sale. It did take a while to sell, and I don't know if I would necessarily pick that up now for my closet, just because I don't think college stuff always goes with what I'm selling, but you never know. Okay, that was all of my sales for the week, and I hope that's interesting or helpful for you to hear. I do really like going through my sales and just seeing what the trends are, what's selling right now, and being transparent as a full-time seller with what's going on with me in the platform, especially because I share so much information here on YouTube. I will say what sold videos are one of my most requested video topics. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing this. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. And I want to talk a little bit about why I think my sales have been a little more consistent this past week and increasing a little bit. And some of that has to do with things that I've been working on, and some of it is just stuff that's going on in the world and some of the news that's come out recently. So we'll start with what's not in my control, and we know like everything that's going on in the world is causing a lot of uncertainty with the economy, and just people are, scared, and I'm scared, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But I think some of the news that came out this past week regarding like testing and stimulus and just things around that maybe caused some people to feel a little bit more assured with certain things going on. So, I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a news outlet, so for all of that information, like refer to the CDC, refer to the news and things. But yeah, I think some of the news was a little bit more positive recently, and you can tell that there's a lot of work being done regarding testing and just, stopping the spread and things like that. And then the other thing is there is so much buzz and just community around supporting small businesses, and this is something that is really exciting because being a small business owner myself, like I love supporting other small businesses. I always have, but I think now this situation is really bringing light to more small businesses. So people are, wanting to support their local restaurants and doing to-go orders or delivery from local restaurants, and then also just supporting smaller boutiques and business owners and shopping that way versus shopping like the big box stores, because in this situation and in this economy, like small businesses are such a big part of it, and small businesses are also going to be the ones that are going to really suffer because the big box stores and the big box retailers, will be able to get through this a lot better just because they're positioned to do so. But by supporting the smaller businesses and the smaller sellers, like hopefully we can allow them to get through this and then flourish afterwards. So I've noticed a lot more people being conscious of shopping with smaller businesses, and the fact that I'm a small business on Poshmark, and a lot of people are small business owners on Poshmark and as resellers, so looking to purchase from those people first. I even got messages from some of my customers that that's what they're doing. They're actively trying to support these smaller sellers so that they can make it through this. And I don't know, I'm like getting emotional just thinking about it, because it's just the fact that humanity is just really trying to help each other out in these situations. And I know that sometimes this situation can affect us negatively, and I felt that at the very beginning of this. I think we're really starting to kind of push through that and maybe come out on the other side. I don't know if I'm even making sense through all of this, but I don't know. That's just kind of what I've noticed a little bit more recently. And then as far as what I've been doing with my business, I have been trying to be more proactive and work each day at something, a goal that's going to affect my business and help me to grow. So I've really been focusing on listing new items. And I mentioned last week, and I thought I was going to list every single day, which for me just hasn't happened because I am human, and there's days where I don't feel like listing, I don't feel like doing certain tasks, but I will at least do something in my business. So even if I'm not listing new items, I'm sharing new items, or I might be posting something else on social media, on Instagram, here on YouTube, in order to drive traffic to my Poshmark closet. So I'm really trying not to wait for customers to come to me. I'm trying to put myself out there as much as I can. And that's been a little bit harder because I feel like this is just random or me like kind of spewing my thoughts, but like I feel like by putting myself out there, I open myself up to a lot more criticism, and I'm a pretty strong individual, so a lot of times like negative comments or, you know, people's opinions, it doesn't always affect me, but just being in this whole like self-isolation environment and not having other people with me to support me, it's just hard to hear a lot of consistent negativity or criticism and things like that. But I know how many people out there I can potentially help by sharing my experience and by putting myself on the internet and sharing, you know, my day-to-day on Instagram or here on YouTube. So I'm really putting myself out there and trying to do that as much as I possibly can. And then the last thing is I'm just trying to be not so hard on myself and again, give myself time off if I need time off and really feel like what I'm doing is enough. So that's what I've noticed this past week as far as my sales and just my thoughts on everything that's going on. I'm going to continue this week really just doing the same things that I've done the week before and continue to share my closet, continue to list new items, putting myself out there on social media, and I'm just hoping the news and things get better and better just because it's such a scary and uncertain time, but really I can only control what's in my control, so I'm going to continue to stay home. I'm going to continue to work on what I can. I keep putting off cleaning out my closet because you guys, it is just so overwhelming, but I'm going to try and work on that this week. I'm going to make myself film it, so that'll really make me do it, and you can see just how crazy, messy, and overflowing my personal closet is. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, for sticking with me, for subscribing to my channel, for supporting me, and just being there, because even though you don't have to shop with me, but just by watching this video, by giving it a thumbs up, like you're supporting me and my business, and I just really, really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. So I will see you guys in my next video in the next couple of days. Bye.